looking to get into foosball, but you're not sure of all the rules yet. That's okay. Today, we're going to talk about the real rules of foosball, not the ones you picked up in some bar, frat house, or your buddy's basement. Today, we're going to talk about the real rules of foosball and the rules to play in a bar. If you're playing in a tournament opposed to a bar, all starts with one thing: a coin flip. When playing in a tournament, a match begins actually with a coin flip, not with the drop of the ball. Someone will flip the coin, and you offer the other opponent whether they get to choose heads or tails. If they win the flip, they get to choose between taking the ball and getting first drop, or choosing the side of their choice. Sometimes choosing the side can give you a big advantage. Sometimes choosing the ball can be a big advantage. It's all going to come down to the table and your personal preference. Now say you want to play in a bar. Most of the time, you're coming up to the table and putting quarters down on the actual table to designate your spot being next on the table, or in a concession of other quarters. Now, once it's your turn, typically the team that's already been winning will give you the ball to start the match. And, it's kind of a bonus, you get the ball first. Doesn't happen all the time, but it is a common courtesy. The rule states that ready protocol. So, what is ready protocol? You set the ball on the table, pretty much in the center. I always do it pretty much dead even, and in between the second and third guy, because I pass near wall. You have to ask your opponent if they are ready. Once they say yes, all you have to do is touch two guys, and the third guy can move the ball forward. So, 1, 2, 3. There's something we need to talk about. There is no spinning in foosball. This is not okay. That is a giant no-no. I don't want to see you doing it. So don't. A common misconception is that when you score from the 2-rod, or the goalie rods, it counts as 2. That's just straight up wrong. Counts as 1, guys. Sorry. When a ball gets stuck between two guys, you don't just walk over and blow on it. Where the ball gets stuck on the table actually depends upon where the ball is going to go. If it's behind the 5 bar, it goes to that goalie. So if it's stuck here in between these two guys, it goes to the yellow goalie. If it's stuck here between the 5 bar and the 3 bar, it too goes to the yellow goalie. But if it gets stuck between the two 5 bars, it actually goes to whoever had the drop last. When passing on the 5 bar, you're actually only allowed to hit the wall 3 times, or you have to turn the ball over. On the 3rd time, it actually has to be a part of a pass. So it could be 1, 2, 3. What you cannot do is 1, 2, 3. That's unfortunately illegal. Also, you cannot stop the ball and pass it. That's illegal. The ball has to be moving when you make the pass. What happens if you're playing and the ball actually flies off the table? Well, whoever initiated the actual contact and had control, it goes to the opposing goalie. So if I shot the ball from my 3-rod and it jumps off the table because he blocked it, he gets the ball. Inversely, if he was shooting the ball from the 2-rod and it goes off the table, it goes to my goalie. Thanks, bud. So how much time do we have per rod on the table? In the goalie area and on the 3 bar, you have 15 seconds to shoot the ball. On the 5 bar, you only have 10 seconds to try and pass the ball or advance it. It's not a lot of time, so let's get moving. Timeout. So let's say you're in a heated match. It's a big point. You don't want to make a mistake or run out of time. You actually have 2 timeouts per game to use. They're short timeouts, but they can give you an opportunity. Something to keep in mind though, in a bar, nobody wants you to call timeout. You're going to look like an idiot. But in a tournament, this could save your life. After you score, give the opponent the ball. Just the right thing to do. Last and not least, I do want to talk about some very gray area rules, especially when you're playing in a bar. If you're playing in a tournament, it's definitely going to be a little different. But in a bar, these are kind of annoying, so let's not do them. First and foremost is what's called a jar. If the ball's flying around, or if I'm passing it and try and catch it, and you go like this, that's a jar. That means the table moves, and I can't catch my pass. Kind of rude. Also, if you're playing defense and shaking so hard and bumping the wall so much that it's making this little ball move, that's called a reset. After 2 of those, you get a technical. We're not going to really go into a technical, but basically it means I get to shoot for free from my 3-rod. That's going to be a tournament rule, but in a bar, let's just not do it. It's annoying. Last but not least is what's considered distractions. In tournaments, this is a very gray area. A lot of things can be considered a distraction. If I pass and you start spinning the rods, that's actually a distraction, especially if I drop the ball. Now say we're playing and you're over there and I go, hot blonde, and you look and lose the ball. Yeah, that's a distraction. Given it might be worth it, it's still a distraction. I get to keep my ball. Thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope everybody might have actually learned something. Unless you're a tournament player, and in said case, you should know most of these rules by now. I didn't cover every rule today. There's just no time. There's too many fine, goofy tournament rules that don't really matter that much and come up that often. But with these basic rules, you can go out and play in your local bar, local tournament, and have a good time and not upset anybody and have to worry about the rules while you're playing. You can focus on having fun and enjoying the game of foosball. I'm somebody that's been playing for as long as I can remember and playing tournaments for quite some long time too. And I love foosball. I hope that you come out and play by the rules and get a little bit better at foosball. Thanks guys for watching, and happy foosing. If you do me a favor, click over here to subscribe. Click over here to watch my Road to Pro series to get a little bit better at foosball. Until next time guys, take it easy.